G'day and welcome to the show. Today we're leaving the gorgeous town of Jindabyne and heading all the way to the nation's capital, Canberra.
And tagging along with us will be the team from Caravanning with Kids, and none of it could have been possible without the help of our good mates at New Age Caravans.
So stick around as we'll show you what's up down under.
It's time to see this land of wonder. It's time to go and see what's up down under. What's up down under.
We're now nearing the end of our 3-episode journey where we travelled from Buchan, Victoria through the snowy mountains to Jindabyne, New South Wales, where we are now heading towards our final destination, Canberra.
With the help of our partners at New Age Caravans, I'm travelling and staying in the Gecko, just the right size for a single or a couple.
My New Age caravan is the Oz Classic. Heaps of luxury, and I'm lucky to have our mate Rusty helping me out with the towing in the TJM Hilux.
Rounding off our team is Adele Dyson from Caravanning with Kids. She's in the family-designed Big Red with her husband Wayne and daughters Ashley and Kate.
Today we're travelling from Jindabyne to Canberra, and it took all hands on deck to get us ready for the big drive.
Woo! Caravan powered down. Finito.
The drive from Jindabyne to Canberra was really relaxing. It was nice, rolling hills again and all those beautiful autumn poplar trees everywhere.
Another nice drive through the mountains. I mean, you put yourself in that sort of country, you're just never going to get a boring drive. It's always green, nice trees, easy to spend the time. And not only that, I was at the back of the convoy this time. So I'm up there watching the girls at the front there, just busting all the stereotypes. 2 girls behind the wheel pulling big caravans through the mountains. There'd be a million blokes out there who say that's men's work. We proved that wrong today.
This beautiful drive would take us to our final stop in Canberra. Canberra's special contrast of nature and urban living was planned in 1912 by master designer Walter Burley Griffin. Canberra is an incredible base to explore the many treasures of the surrounding region. This place is special as it's not only the nation's capital, but it has plenty of things to see and do.
I think Canberra's a city that's underrated from a tourism point of view in Australia. If you ask people where they'd like to visit, you know, they'll rattle off Sydney and Melbourne and Darwin and Perth, Brisbane, never Canberra. It's seen as this place that's just all about politics. But from a tourism point of view, this is a cool place to visit. You know, some of the things that are here for you to see are world class. There's no doubt about it. This is something that you should put on your list of a place to visit.
And while we were visiting, we chose to stay at the Capital Country Holiday Park. I'm here with Blake from Capital Country Holiday Park. This park is big, isn't it? And gorgeous. Look at this.
Yeah, set on 20 picturesque acres. It's a real nature atmosphere out here.
It's so beautiful, and the bird life and everything.
Yeah, no, plenty to look at.
There sure is. And the tranquil fountain out in the background here.
Yeah, no, you can go alongside our lake deck and even fish off it.
Yeah. And this is a kid's haven here, really, isn't it? You've got so much for them to do.
Yeah, putt-putt, tennis, a volleyball net, a large jumping pillow. They love that. It's also fit for the parents.
Oh, yes. The parents don't mind the odd bounce. And you've got plenty of sites, powered, unpowered. You've got lots of options in accommodation. What do you have?
Lots of options. Lake cabins that sit alongside the beautiful lake. There are some cabins up the back that are suited for larger groups, but plenty of powered and unpowered sites.
You seem to have so many accommodation options and school groups as well.
Yes, we have schools right throughout the year. They come, they explore Canberra, then they get to come back here in the tranquility of our park.
And you're only, what, 15 minutes from Canberra?
Yeah, if that, a very fast drive up the Federal Highway, which becomes the main drag into Canberra.
Too easy.
The Capital Country Holiday Park is a perfect destination to set up our New Age caravans. And if you want to do the same and experience a new way of living, it's easy. To get more information and see all the latest models of New Age caravans, just log on to newagecaravans.com.au.
On today's show, we segue around Lake Burley Griffin.
We experience the Australian War Memorial.
And we get our science on at Questacon.
But coming up after the break, we celebrate Anzac Day in the nation's capital. Anzac Day is one of the most important days in the Australian calendar, and lucky for us, we're in the nation's capital. And what better way for us to pay our respects by going to the dawn service at the War Memorial.
Well, to be in Canberra on Anzac Day was a real treat. It was just, I mean, it's always moving wherever you are, but it was particularly moving for me to hear the stories. They were recounting stories of soldiers that had been to war and written back to their loved ones, and just hearing, talking about their unborn children that they may not get to see, and their loved ones that they just wanted to have that final contact with. It really got me thinking, like, I've got a little boy now, and I just thought, putting yourself in their shoes, sending your boy off to war and just not knowing what's going to happen, it really makes you reflect on everything about your life and how lucky we are to have the freedom that we have.
I think the silence there in the morning was something I think you'd struggle to find anywhere else. The magnitude of the whole ceremony became just bigger than you'll find anywhere else because of where we were, I think. I can't put it down to anything else. When you ask a crowd to be quiet, the sound of people saying, shh, ends up being like a roar. But there was just dead silence there, and it wasn't for a minute. It was for a long time, and you could see the shadows of the bugler up on the top of the War Memorial, and you know, it was just, I think, an experience for everyone that was there that was bigger than they expected. Everyone was in awe. It was a special moment.
Visiting our nation's capital, Canberra, is really interesting at any time of year. But if you happen to find yourself here on Anzac Day, you're in for a treat.
Placing yourself between the Australian War Memorial and Parliament House for an Anzac Day service is something that you're just going to carry with you for the rest of your life. I think the way the day laid out could have been one of those days that anyone would say, nah, I'm just going to stay in bed. It was raining, it was windy, it was borderline cold, and once you added the three of them together, it was dead set miserable. But it was Anzac Day, and we'd turned up there to watch that march, and that was about giving thanks to those blokes that have gone and done the tough job, and they had to go and do it when it rained, and they had to go and do it when it was cold. And so for anyone to sort of back out because of the weather would have been the wrong thing to do. How are you, mate?
Yeah, good. Good to see you.
What are you doing here at Anzac Day in Canberra, mate?
Well, part of the Scouts, our job is to organise all the kids for the placards.
So as the parade comes through and we can see the placard with what unit the people were from?
Yeah.
They're your Scouts that are doing it?
Yeah.
Top
That's
job,
it,
mate.
yeah.
So what's your involvement in all of this?
Well, through my father and my grandfather, and then all the people. I was born out of Glen Innes, and so since 1948 I've been riding in parades and Anzac services, ceremonies.
Celebrating Anzac Day in Canberra is something that every Australian should do. So while I stick around here, Angie's gone back to the park to check out the Oz Classic from New Age.
There are so many things I love about the Oz Classic, but I have to say one of my favourite things, it's a standout. Most of the PowerPoints have USB chargers already in them, so you don't have to bring the actual charger port with you. I've got this big, comfy bed all to myself, which I'm loving. And look how light-filled it is. The windows are really big, the colour scheme, it's really stylish and understated, so it just feels really fresh and clean. There's beautiful lighting everywhere, great for makeup. Nice and spacious ensuite, really love that. The kitchen, this whole van just is space, and storage. There's just so much storage everywhere you look. Quality appliances, you've got your Thetford fridge and Thetford oven. Now, a major feature in my eyes, if you're into this kind of thing, an ironing board. How many caravans do you see with an ironing board? Now, I can't say I love ironing, but I love the fact that there's an ironing board when I need it. Then we move on to the super spacious lounge room. I reckon you could probably fit comfortably 6 people around here and have a nice little party. One of the little luxuries I love about the Oz Classic is this electric step. How good is that? Now, it's a real entertainer. You've got your TV point outside, some great speakers. Lighting inside and outside is fantastic. You've got your picnic table and storage galore. There is just so much, both inside and out. In fact, it has not only one, but 2 tunnel boots, as you can see. You can fit 2 9-kilo gas bottles in here, and in this side I just keep all my hoses and leads and everything. And I tell you what, for such a big van, I must admit I was a bit nervous to tow it, but it towed like a dream. I hardly even knew it was on the back. Well, I think I might be off to check out the great view.
Stick around because after the break, we explore the Australian War Memorial.
It's up, down, under.
G'day, Macca here. This journey's been made possible by our partners at New Age Caravans. To find out how you can experience a new age of living and see all the latest models, just log on to newagecaravans.com.au.
The Australian War Memorial is a great place to come and reflect on the sacrifice and achievement of our servicemen and women who fought for our country.
102,000 Australians made the ultimate sacrifice so that we can enjoy the lifestyle that we do today in Australia. We're here the day after Anzac Day and they're still packing everything up. While that goes on, we're going to go and check out the memorial.
The War Memorial is just such a special place. You just walk in there and think, there's so much history to soak up and understand. And you just instantly have this gratitude for all those people who put themselves in danger or sacrificed their lives for us. And when you see the walls and walls of people, their names on the plaques with the poppies all along the wall, it really hits home.
The Australian War Memorial is just an amazing place. The way it can evoke your emotions, you know, it's real stuff. It's a building full of our history.
How incredible is this? This is not a replica. This is the actual bridge of the HMAS Brisbane, which was decommissioned in 2001. Now, the rest of the ship is used as a dive site off the coast of Queensland.
Now, here's a soldier you've probably all heard of before. It's Sabi. Remember Sabi, the explosive detection dog? She went missing in an ambush in Afghanistan. 13 months later, gets back into the Australian hands, back to Australia where she finished out the rest of her life, and now she's in here for us all to come and say g'day to. G'day, Sabi. You can walk around the memorial all day at your own pace, but there are a few things that are on at set times, like the Sound and Light show in here for G for George. You don't want to miss those. Well, that was absolutely amazing.
It sure was, and we've only just scratched the surface. You could literally spend days in here.
Well, we could spend days, but we've got to go on a Segway tour instead, so stick around when we get there. Well, the girls suggested we take a nice little stroll around Lake Burley Griffin. I thought, what a good idea. I'll just get everything together that we need to make that stroll as nice as possible. What do you reckon, girls? I've done all right?
I think you've done very well, Macca. We have Zane from Seg Glide Ride to show us around. Where are we heading?
So we're going to be heading up the water's edge of Lake Burley Griffin. Hopefully we'll see some exciting things along the way.
Wonderful. Lead the way. Or maybe I will, because I'm in front.
Oh, help us.
Segways are fun. Why doesn't everyone have a Segway? They are so much fun. You can go any direction you want, but on the setting of Lake Burley Griffin. And, you know, always a bit competitive when you're up against Macca and Adele, for that matter. So, no, but seeing the scenery of Canberra, it's such a well laid out city, isn't it? And so pretty to look at.
Lake Burley Griffin's like the centre of Canberra, and so we had a pretty cool morning doing a few things, and then someone says, let's go Segway. Like, I've never been on a Segway. It's like, I don't know, completely bizarre, but in the best possible way. Like, it's this thing, I've decided I'm going to save up for a Segway. I don't even know how much they cost. I might buy 2 of them, they're that much fun. But I can just see me at the supermarket on one. I can certainly see me at the pub in one. There'll be a few bruised toes around, but I'm the Segway guy around here now.
Exploring Lake Burley Griffin feels like I've had a win. And if you want to know how you can be a winner, check this out.
What's Up Down Under have teamed up with the Caravan Industry Association of Victoria, Go Make Some Memories and New Age Caravans to help you get your gecko on. New Age Caravans are giving you the chance to win a brand new gecko caravan valued at over $50,000. The gecko from New Age has a lightweight and compact design, which means you can still enjoy all the comforts on the road without taking up too much space. The gecko features the tough Elco Enduro suspension, external speakers, 15-inch alloy wheels and plenty more so that you can travel in comfort anywhere. Win the caravan, and our mates at Camac are also giving away a $1,000 gift voucher. There are also plenty of monthly prizes to be won, including 6 $500 Camac vouchers and 6 Family Parks vouchers valued at over $150 each. You can enter every day of the competition, and all you have to do is log on to whatsupdownunder.com.au. Click on our competitions page and follow the prompts. So, get your New Age gecko on and go make some memories. Enter now.
Coming up after the break, we get our science on at Questacon.
What's up, down under?
The accredited RV Map Key opens your chances to win a brand new Volkswagen. Simply purchase any RV Map accredited vehicle between now and June 23rd for your chance to win a Volkswagen Touareg valued at over $74,000. For more information on how to enter and why looking for the RV Map Key benefits you, just log on to letsgocaravanandcamping.com.au and follow the links. There are many caravan brands that are built on a G&S chassis. And G&S Chassis want to support caravanners with a chance to win $5,000 or $5,000 off your next caravan purchase with a participating manufacturer. So, for information on how to enter and get 100 bonus entries, go to whatsupdownunder.com.au and click on our competitions page. Request the best with G&S. When you're out on the road, communication is vital, and the best way to stay in touch with your convoy is with Oricom. To find out how you can win big with Oricom, just head to the competitions page at whatsupdownunder.com.au. Well, there's heaps of great prizes to be won, so get online and register now.
So we're at Questacon today, and I'm so excited because I've heard so many great things about this place.
I know, it's the National Science and Technology Centre, and I reckon we're going to learn a few things here today.
Oh, I know you're going to learn a few things because I've already been in there and scoped it out, and I've organised something very special for you, Angie Hilton.
Why do I feel nervous?
Well, don't be nervous. Let's go and check it out.
All right. Questacon's an amazing place. There's so much to learn and to see and do. But little old Macca had something in store for me, which I knew I should be a little bit nervous about. Okay, so I'm here with Jordan from Questacon. Macca has set up something very exciting for me, and I don't really know what it is, but he looks like a trustworthy kind of guy, don't you think? Where do we start, Jordan?
Well, I want you to put these on.
Okay, we're going skiing.
Not quite. I want you to start washing your hands.
Yeah?
Right up to the elbow.
Okay. Give it a good wash. Are we going to cook or something?
Yeah, no manner of speaking.
Right.
Now, I want you to take a big scoopful of this.
Right.
Hold them out nice and straight in front of you.
Okay.
I'm just going to bubble them up a little bit.
Ah, that's a good trick. Bubbles. Thanks, Macca.
Now, on a count of 3,
bubbles.
I'm going to light them on fire.
What?
And you're going to turn your hands outward.
What?
1, 2, 3.
That was cool. And I was holding this big ball of fire in my hand, and I didn't get burnt. It was cool. I'd do it again. I'd even let my kids do it.
Questacon. Wow. It was one of those things that is just so non-Macca. If there's a thing out there that's non-Macca, it's the Science Museum, you know? And but I had the best time. Turns every adult into a little kid again. You just can't stop touching things. And that was probably the coolest thing about it, is that you're encouraged to touch things.
Well, Macca, thank you for my slightly terrifying experience.
Oh, well, I thought I could do something nice for you.
Well, I've done something even nicer for you. Let's start by putting on these gorgeous orange overalls. Well, seeing as though Macca set that up for me, I thought it was only fair that I set something up for him. So I found this 2-story drop. The best part was seeing him in that little orange jumpsuit. It looks so cute. It's like a Teletubby or something.
2-storey building, they say. That's what the drop was, apparently. It was cool fun.
It looks way higher up here than it does from down there.
You know what they say? Don't look down.
Good luck!
I felt safe the whole time. I mean, I know there's a scientist that put together all the calculations to work out how fast a little fat fella can fall out of a window and then land on his back and not die. I was in good hands.
3, 2, 1, go!
The things you have to do.
Lights! Camera! Action! Seriously! How am I expected to be professional working with these amateurs?
Now, RoboQ, it's going to be very hard to leave you and all this fun, but unfortunately that's the end of our Snowy River journey.
And it's all been thanks to our good mates at New Age Caravans with a bit of help along the way from TJM and Oricom Radios.
And of course, we can't forget the lovely Adele from Caravanning with Kids. Thanks for joining us along the way.
Thanks, guys.
Make sure you come and join us again next time as we show you what's up down under.
Hello, is anybody out there?
What's up down under?